for mine workers in the country. This after the government relaxed lockdown restrictions recently, allowing mines which had been shut down as part of the national lockdown to operate at 50% capacity. The restrictions are expected to be relaxed further this evening when President Cyril Ramaphosa announces a gradual reopening of the economy from next month. But the resumption of mining in the country has come too late for 6,300 mine workers at the Village Main Reef Mining Company west of Johannesburg. The company has announced a shutdown of its gold mines in the area, which are loss-making, and will be retrenching its entire workforce. Mining remains a key pillar of the South African economy. It's the #1 foreign exchange earner and employs hundreds of thousands of workers. Not everyone is happy, though, about going back to work in the mines at this point. Trade union AMCU threatened to go to court earlier this week to challenge the government's decision to allow mines to resume operations. AMCU President Joseph Mathunjwa joins me now. Mr. Mathunjwa, thank you very much for your time. Why exactly do you want to block mine workers going back to work?
Thank you very much, and good afternoon to you and to your viewers. I think let's correct that one. AMCU is not blocking any mines to resume working. We are saying safety first. So we are not even intending to go to court. Our papers are before the court. We are sitting on the 29th of this month before the judge at Labour Court. We are saying the government must gazette minimum standard for health and safety of the workers. So this notion that AMCU is blocking the mines not to open is very much incorrect.
Now, there have been meetings between all the stakeholders, the mining companies meeting with union leaders. Also, unions have been meeting with the Department of Minerals and Energy in preparation for the resumption of operations. Did you take part in those meetings to discuss exactly what you are raising as your concerns?
The first meeting, yes, we did take part, but the rest of the meetings we couldn't because there was already a lockdown that has been pronounced by the state president. And we proposed that let's have a distance meetings using other platforms of media like we are using now, your Skype, your Zoom, and so forth, of which that was never received well. And then yesterday there was another meeting of which it was just an ambush because we were told an hour before the meeting, and the platform that they've used, we were not, linked to it. Therefore, we couldn't participate to that meeting.
If you could just explain exactly what would you like to be adopted as satisfactory measures, safety measures for your members to go back to work?
Not I, Joseph Mathunjwa, but as workers, in particular AMCU, because sometimes media are used to personalize issues. I don't own AMCU. AMCU belongs to workers. I'm representing them. I'm driven by their mandate. We are saying the DMRE must regulate, must come up with a code of practice that will be regulations and subsequent to that be gazetted. Because if each and every mine could come up with their own code of practice addressing the coronavirus, that will be a disaster because this it's linked with health and safety. So therefore, we know these companies, some of them, they don't want to pay to spend money on safety. And especially with this coronavirus, I think the status quo will change because they have to come up with really precautionary measures. Like for instance, members go underground at about a number of 150 in a cage. So now the DMRE must come up with the regulations that will say what is the minimum number of employees per cage going underground in the buses, in the kitchens, in ablution system, all those kind of things. It must be regulated because every employer can do whatever it pleases. If some of these employers, they are not respecting Mine Health and Safety Act, so how much more if they were just given openly that each and every mine can design their own code of practice dealing with COVID. So the shaft will be a slaughterhouse at the end of the day. So hence we are saying the government must gazette and the mine must comply, and there must be consequences for those mines that will tend to undermine those legislated or gazetted laws.
Okay, Mr. Mathunjwa, before we let you go, just last one, your quick reaction to the developments at the Village Main Reef, the loss of 6,300 jobs that is pending there at the moment.
Is not only a Village Main. At ZEC, Zulu Anthracite Color is also shutting down. Out of 700 workers, only 60 workers will be left. I think it goes back to what AMCU has been saying about the economic policies of this country. These mines cannot be left to individuals, to the private sector, that they will just come and reap the minerals of this country, and when they don't make maximum profit, then they leave these holes. So I think this coronavirus is giving us a good opportunity to reflect on all the economic policies of this country. These guys, they've just raked all the minerals. Now they've made their money, then they are leaving the country. So the government, it's a proper time now to review its economic policies. That's why we as AMCU, we keep on saying, let the workers have equity in this mine, let the workers have shares in this mine, sit in the boards, elect the people that will sit in the board. But with this Village Main, it shouldn't be left unattended, this company. And I think it's the company that has got a link with Chinese and so forth. But we will hear when we resume the engagement with them. But it is a high time that the government should nationalize these mines, because at the end of the day, the nation does not benefit out of these mines.
Mr. Mathunjwa, we really thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Well, we get more reaction to the latest developments now. We speak to Mr. Bongenkosi Mkhasi. He is from the National Union of Mine Workers.